welcome back to another episode of Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central, aka Chicago Baseball Central. Man, what a game, man. It's always great when your squad can win the opening game of a series. It's even better on the road, and it's even better when it's against your division rival, the Minnesota Twinkies. We're going to talk about this game and everything that occurred in it right after this.
Welcome to the number one place for all Chicago baseball. Let's start the show.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Baseball Central. I am your host, Big Bro. Later on tonight, my co-host Pac-Man will be joining as we discuss the Cubs versus the Mariners. Earlier, I forgot who they were playing, but they playing against the Mariners. It's going to be a good one, man. The Cubs are looking for, if I'm not mistaken, their third straight series opening win. They are at home versus the Mariners, but we ain't here to talk about them right now. I'm here to talk about undefeated Dylan Cease and the Chicago White Sox versus the Minnesota Twinkies. It was a good game, man. White Sox win the game 4-3. They improved to 5-4, 4-4 on the road, knocking Minnesota down to 6-4. You win this series, you walk away with either a tie or a lead versus the Minnesota, a tying record with them or a winning record versus these guys. So hopefully they can go out and win tomorrow. But today we had Tim Anderson go 0 for 3, Gonzalez go 0 for 2, Luis Robert went 0 for 4 after having such a torrid start to the season, and then Benintendi with 1 for 4, Vaughn 1 for 4, 1 for 3 from Gavin Sheets. So you had the middle of your lineup pretty much taking care of business with the bats today. You also had Berger go 0 for 0. And then you had Grandal 2 for 4, Alberto 1 for 4. But that 1 for 4 that he had was a 3 RBI home run that put the White Sox up for good. And then you also had Grandal. He had an RBI before that to tie the game at 1. And that 4-3, that 3-run home run proved to be the game winner. Rookie Oscar Colas with another hit, keeping his average above 300. And then Elvis Andrews with 1 for 4 today. He feels like he should have had a better chance later in the game. But the pitch strike zone was kind of weird. Dylan Cease went 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts for the win. He's now 2-0. And then Maeda with 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. And then we had Lopez with the save, 3 strikeouts. That man was throwing 100 miles per hour. He was painting the corners too. I ain't mad at him. So a little bit of drama with the Tim Anderson. I want to say Kyle Anderson because I'm thinking about what happened in the Minnesota Timberwolves game last night. But that's another channel. Check out NBA Central. We talked about that on there with Rudy Gobert. But anyhow, Tim Anderson left the game early because he had a little knee trouble after one of the Minnesota players kind of slid into him a little bit as they were in the middle of a rundown. But other than that, the White Sox were able to overcome able to overcome 3 errors to win this game, and that's big. 3 errors in the MLB typically spells doom and gloom for your squad. And of those 3 errors, the White Sox, I think they gave up 3 runs in those errors with those errors. So shout out to the White Sox for overcoming that. Even Alberto, he hit the 3-1 shot after he gave up a run on an error because he dropped the ball in foul territory. And it led to Minnesota scoring. And then, of course, after Tim Anderson got injured, that was another error. They ended up scoring. And then Gavin Sheets, he had a situation where he let the ball go right through his legs at first base. And then he cut off the relay throw that was going to throw out a player at Gordon at home base and ended up allowing them to score right then and there. So that's all 3 of their runs scored off errors. But Lopez came in and just his 4-seam fastball. Man, he's definitely filling in for Liam Hendricks in a good way. When you got 100 miles per hour, four-seam fastball that you can throw in the upper right corner, in the lower right corner, lower left, like it's something to be seen. So we only got one highlight today, and I'm going to show it to you guys. We're going to get up out of here. I ain't going to keep y'all baseballers on 162 games. And until y'all come up in here and start commenting and telling us, what you think, and I get to respond to those comments. I'm gonna keep these short, but check this out.
That ball's drilled to left field. Larnach back at the wall. It's out of here. That'll really help your plus minus. 4-1 Sox.
The great thing about this game is you always get a chance for a redeemer. He undoubtedly was feeling bad about the error that allowed the Twins run. However, he comes up and gets 3 for the price of 1.
And there you have it. That was basically the game-winning home run from the Chicago White Sox today. They defeat the Twins 4-3. They improved to 5-6 on the season. It looks like the pitching is getting better after last week, playing terribly against San Francisco, 2 out of the 3 games, and then also following that up with some bad pitching against the I forgot who they played the next time. I'm old, so my mind I'm already moved past the Pirates. There we go. Against the Pirates, the pitching, man, it didn't show up. Yes, the pitching did show up yesterday. In one of those games, they gave up a lot of hits and a lot of runs. I think they gave up 20 hits in one of those games to the Pittsburgh. So shout out to the White Sox for bouncing back, pitching, coming back through over the last couple of games, and the bats are still awake. Did the White Sox have double-digit hits again today? Because that's what they've been doing lately. They've been getting all types of hits. They've been getting double-digit hits in pretty much every game this season. So they ended up with 8 hits today. So it's almost, but 3 errors, not good. They're going to have to clean that up defensively. Make sure you guys be sure to like, follow, and share all of the different Central channels. We got NBA Central, Chicago Bears Central, Chicago Bulls Central, the Cognac Boys with the Shot Bulls podcast, Chicago Sky Central. Tonight, we will be covering the draft over on that channel, so make sure y'all follow us on Chicago Sky Central as well. We appreciate y'all over here. Tonight, we will be back to cover the Chicago Cubs game. And y'all let us know when y'all want us to do a live call. I love to sit here and watch baseball, talk baseball, have a couple of beers with the gang. You feel me? So I'm your host, Big Bro. You see the phone number at the bottom, 773-389-6954. And you also got ChicagoBaseballCentral at gmail.com. Hit us with an email, hit us with a voicemail, hit us with a text message, and we definitely will address it right here on the show. We're looking forward to talking about maybe getting Ohtani out to the north side. We'll see. That's some rumors about that. And we're just talking, we'll see what the White Sox can do. Shout out to the bullpen for holding it down. Minnesota was trying to get back into it, but they ended up losing the game 4-3. White Sox with the big win versus their division rivals. 3-run home run shot from Hanser Alberto was the game winner. White Sox win today over their division rivals, the Minnesota Twins. So we're going to see y'all later tonight. And, of course, tomorrow, man, it's going to be a long season, 162 times 2. We're going to try to give y'all coverage for every single game in Chicago baseball. I'm your host, Big Bro. See you guys later on. Peace.